Right, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Season 2.
Season 2, episode
This is so
1.
awesome.
Look, there's a butterfly on the pants. That's so fun.
He likes your flowers.
He does. He thinks he's in the garden. My floral pants.
He's coming after you. Well, welcome to season 2.
Back.
We are back. We're back in action. We retreated. We had we've been suffering through our retreat here.
Look at this. We wanted to show you where we've been and where we have been thinking about and praying about what we want to do on season 2. And
right.
so we've had a month off.
Yeah,
we've had a month off.
Yes, we've had a month off.
And we ended our month off coming here to Braze, which has been amazing.
Right.
And spent the last 2 days strategizing.
Mapping out season 2.
Yes.
And talking about who our legends might be.
My legs
and
this way.
What?
And not knock it over. Oh, there. That's better. Am I still on? No.
Yeah.
Feels like we haven't done it for a little
know.
while now.
We're out of
So I'm like,
practice.
wait, are we good?
We're out of practice. Yeah, so we are getting ready to kick off. We're we decided that we're doing gratitude.
Yes, we're going to launch this season.
With gratitude, because we have had so many people say how much they've loved the podcast, how much they missed us, which is sort of funny. And I sort of miss you.
I was going to say, we both, like a couple times, were like, oh my gosh, I miss
Haven't
doing
talked
it
to
just
you.
to catch up. Like, how's it going?
Exactly. So we're going to stick to our same life lesson, legends, and then our laughter mishap.
Yeah, well, you had the great idea, which I think hopefully it'll be fun and you guys will enjoy it, that during the laughter session. So again, we said we'll do a life session, lesson session, a legend session with people or somebody, and laughter with topics. And you came up with Misfits Mishaps, which I think is hilarious because that's the bulk of what it is
what
how
we talk
we
about.
messed up.
Right.
So I'm excited for the laughter session to be Misfit Mishaps, and then to hone in on the 4 to 1 and how we're doing with each topic. So we talk about that all the time. Our website is Misfits 4 to 1. If you missed anything in season 1, how we got to that was we talked about the Bible says that we should have 4 basically joy, positive, happy, good, victorious things to 1 complaining, negative, bad. Like we just see that ratio in God's word. Right. And so we've wanted to be that.
Right. And just to continue to focus on that, because it is easy to get a grump session going on. And so we thought we wanted to keep that in front of us with the 4 to 1. And so we're going to do gratitude because we have lots of things to be grateful for. So we're going to start that. And so
but this is the life session.
This is life session.
So this is to catch up
tell
on
us what's happening.
What we've been doing for the last
tell me what's
month.
going on.
So
I'll just have coffee while you
we went back
sit
and
in
looked
the
at the
sun.
last month. And so the highs and lows, I think the high for me in the last month was Bailey got engaged, which is amazing. I mean, we're just so thrilled with Camden. I mean, he is the perfect person for her, and his family is amazing. And there's just butterflies around us. That's so fun. Sorry, they're just fluttering.
It's just God's way of saying we're on the right track. Come on back, ladies.
So we just had such a blast with the engagement. He just did it so well. He got her the ring from Jacksonville to like have a piece of Jacksonville, which was really special.
That's so cute.
Really was special. And then he did the proposal up in Birmingham. And so we surprised Bailey by going up. And then Boyts both came, so Creed and Cannon both came, and then Camden, her fiance, which is fun to say, his family came, his mom and dad, and his siblings flew in from Colorado and Texas. She had 2 friends fly in, so it truly was a celebration.
I can't believe he actually pulled off a surprise.
He did.
She
really was.
She was so ready for like, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, with butterflies come bees.
Come bees.
There we go. Thank you. So that was cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
and so the wedding is?
So the wedding is April 25th. So we are already, we like hit the ground running with, oh, look at that, right on the shoe. I don't do bees.
You might.
I don't do bees. I can do butterflies.
Outside is great. Like, we love being outside.
Yes. So wedding's April 25th. We're already in full wedding mode. So she's secured a venue. We're going to look at dresses. So we're in full wedding because it's going to be quick. I mean, they wanted to do a quick engagement. So we're in full wedding mode, which was great. But so that was the big highlight of the month. But we went from the night that he proposed, I also got a call that my uncle, one of my favorite uncles, passed away. And so we went right from engagement to funeral. So it was
So
like
that's
this,
1 to 1.
So yeah,
you're
and
4
I was
to
like,
1.
yeah, I need some more. Yeah, that's right. I was 1 to 1. So that was a lot of travel this last month, unexpected travel. So we were in Birmingham and Pennsylvania, and then Lifework launched this month, and so that's
right.
always my busiest time of year is the launch of Lifework, and so. We had Lifework launch last week, so we have the largest Lifework class, which is amazing.
That's great.
So we had to add table coaches and all the stuff, so that was great. We launched that last week, so that's off
Nice.
and running, which is amazing. We've done a couple big catering events through the coffee shop, which has been an experience.
2 a.m. cooking.
So a lot. It was a busy month, but very good month. So how about you?
Sort of the same, very busy. I went to a lot of places. Andrew was traveling for golf, so I did, had a little travel trip, so that was nice. Answered to some prayers. Went with my mom and my sister to Colorado, so we
got to see videos of that
Yes,
trip.
we had a whirlwind of redoing a house there, and my sister was in charge of just sort of making sure that it all came together, and now we have to go back because we created such a mess that we're going back again. But it was really, really fun, like to just be with my mom and my sister and just like, you don't have to have like a whole lot of conversations because we're lifting stuff, and my sister says to me, okay, this is going to have to be turned the other way. And I'm like, I know that.
Yeah.
And she's like, sorry, I don't work with people that know me. So it was really fun, like just to have a lot of laughs and giggles about stuff like that. And Mom was hand sanding an island, like a butcher block island, and my sister and I are going to bed, and Mom's like, oh, well, when I have a glass of wine, I just sort of get going, and my sister and I are like, what?
What?
Like, that does not happen. She goes to bed at 8:30. Like, we don't do that. So we had a really good time. We ate chocolate and Twizzlers, and because we went to Walmart, at 11 o'clock at night, because they're open 24 hours to do that. And so,
I was blessed to see pictures of the lime green sheets.
Yes.
I mean, who knew?
We had lime green sheets and stuffed animals that got to
have been there
cleared
forever.
out. Yeah, we got to clear those out a little bit, and so it's now ready for some adults. So maybe our next retreat we can do there.
We can do there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, I'm in.
We could do that. Although this is pretty good.
Although this is going to be
sort
hard
of
to not
sun,
come back.
sun versus snow. I'm always going to choose sun.
For sure.
But, so that was fun. So it was just a really special time because we don't often, my sister's traveled with my mom a little bit, and I don't do the art thing as well as they do. So it was nice just to, although I wore them out, we left all bubbly and we came back and felt like we had been to, New Zealand.
Right, you needed
and back.
a vacation to get back from
Rodney's
that.
like, why are you so tired? And I'm like, I wasn't just tired.
Yeah.
I had like this big bruise here and these 2 big bruises on my legs, and we hung mirrors and put together king-size beds, and then decided that was in the wrong bedroom and had to take it apart and move the bunk beds from that room. So it was great. It was so fun. But we're going back to enjoy and rest and relax and maybe have a massage while we're there.
There you go. That's
so
the way
that
to
was
do it.
fun.
Good.
I went on my retreat.
Oh, that's
to
right. Your
Mexico.
Mexico retreat.
So
That's
I
right,
did.
that's right. I forgot.
For anybody that heard Kim Weigel
That's a legend,
last year,
one
she
of
was
our
a
legends.
legend, and she has Flourish Executive Women's Retreats. So I went on a 5-day deal to Mexico with her, and that was great. She taught about deliverance, and so her themes each day were the first day was hear, and then obey, and then trust. And so we had a lot of good conversations about what that looks like and how that's how that sort of applies to our lives all the time, and what it means to live like that. So and why we
I've
don't.
got to go to one of those. Fall just never works with Lifework, but I've got to do one of
just 2
our
in the spring,
one.
2
I know.
in
I
the
got to do
fall,
our
and
spring one.
It was great. It for me, fall is like a very regenerating time. I don't know. My mom is a teacher, so I feel like the start of the school, like there's something
Fall
like
is like a new launch, like a new
like
everything.
It's not
new
the
year.
Yeah, it's not the beginning of the like December, January kind of thing for me. So it's a great time for me. But
Well, for us, I think being an educator for so long, it is summer's your break. So when you start back to school, you get a new class, a new everything.
Right.
So it is a new year for teachers and for kids and students. And so as parents of kids, it was always like, oh, back to school.
Yeah.
And so it does
and I
have
think that was like our rhythm, like our family's rhythm, that's what we did. So like I usually go in October. She has 2 in October. And so for me, it's a very, okay. So different experience than last year. Last year I was very strategic and had lots of things to write down and lots of vision and, you know, came back like boom, boom, boom. And this time I sort of just relaxed and Sabbathed a bit. So it wasn't as easy.
Yeah.
I prefer the...
like I had a task.
I came back. I'm like, boom, 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 this is great. I got the whole year planned out, next 10-year plan and all this. And so, that was weird.
Yeah.
So, but,
good.
you know, I'm just sort of reveling in that. And then we came here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and just as you were saying it too, that's a lot that we did in a month.
Right.
Like I look back on the last month and I just, even coming here this week, I was, you know, in bed early and didn't shower. I didn't know that was a rule.
We have a no shower rule.
You know, I was like, oh, okay, so that's how we do it. And just even last night laying in bed, I think I was reflective on even the last month because we've been talking about it and just recognizing how much we put into a month.
Right.
Like I was exhausted.
Yeah.
In a month. And so
I came off a retreat exhausted.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe that I was just so, like, how good it is to Sabbath and then realize tired feels tired.
Tired is tired, yeah.
So it made me like, I have got to Sabbath every week, right? Like, and I do pretty much, but stuff ekes in on my Sabbath, right? Oh, I have to watch a Jags game, you know, like, and okay, yes, but I don't, like, I'm not suggesting that I, like, spend all day with the Lord or something.
Right.
So.
Well, and I think even just the last 2 weeks, especially, I mean, between engagement and funeral and life work and then the cooking at 2 a.m. and, you know.
Jump in the car.
I called Sean last night and I was like, I have got to figure out a better rhythm to life.
Yeah.
Just in general. Like, I'll run so fast and so hard for a period of time that then there's like a collapse, you know, and that's not good either. So I've got to.
Well, and you end up with like spiritual drainage.
Yeah.
Right? Like you if you're not filling up, it's just coming out the bottom of the cup. You end up with like mental drainage and it like exercise, food, like you start to make like bad choices and I'm not suggesting we're making immoral choices, but when you're not rested, like that's sort of where the failure of all those things comes in, you know, and you're not giving people the amount of time that they deserve.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was going to say. Just being here for a couple of days and seeing the lifestyle of the families that live here on the island, it's slower paced in general. I mean, we sat and had lunch for a while. I don't remember the last time I sat and had a lunch and laughed and just, or the oyster. I mean, that was just like.
Tammy learned to shuck oysters. She'd never done that before.
So, I mean, just there is a pace of life that I need to do a better job living in a different pace of life.
Yeah.
I've got to do a better job.
Well, and I think we run so fast, right? Which I think sometimes that's fine. Like I think there's a time when we run and like sprint, and then there's a time that we jog, there's a time that we walk, and then there's also a time to rest and sit. And so it is nice to have, I think it's hard to do all of those in your life at home. Like it's nice to have an escape where you can come and say, oh, I can really appreciate this.
And there's no service here, really, which has been
there's
great.
no cell service, which
helps.
is nice.
It really helps.
Yeah, I was talking to Rodney, and I had like
good.
All we've done is eat.
Yeah, no phones.
We have
it's
a
been
cat.
wonderful. We have a cat that's been in our lap.
Yeah.
Butterflies has been great.
Yeah.
So that's our recap of the month. And leading into season 2, I think we're super excited about what the Lord kind of downloaded to us. We've got some amazing topics. We've got some amazing legends, and I think both of us just realized this weekend how grateful we are for the opportunity to do this.
Just even to do it,
Yeah.
right? And like, what is God doing
Yeah.
with this?
Yeah.
Because it's just, I think that's just been so, this is so not my comfort zone. This is so not what I want to be doing. Like, really? I mean, like, I don't have anything to say to anybody, right? And I think what God has done with both of us from different really background. I mean, you have such a strong biblical background, and I don't. And so you don't have to do it like that. You just said no.
No, you don't. I meant no, I don't. I'm like, yeah, you don't.
No, you don't.
really need to learn about Jesus, please.
Yeah, right. You got a biblical background, and I don't. You're going, nope, you don't.
No, I don't.
Whatever. But I think, like, we've talked about, like, how much our faith has grown in this, and so we're doing it
For us.
and for us to have community, but then, like, just to have a month where we sort of paid attention to what other people were saying, and people were saying, wow, like that, I really missed that. Like, where are you guys? And so I think we're just grateful that God is just given us this opportunity and an iPhone and microphones.
Right, and that's all it is.
And
look, there's a
butterfly.
butterfly-ish kind of a thing
Oh,
on the actual
on the camera.
which is great.
Lovely.
I wonder if
Anyway,
that's showing.
Yes. No, he's not.
Whoop.
Oh, now he's on
Well,
your
now he's
shoulder.
on me.
He's coming back to you.
There you go.
Look at, he wants to be.
So gratefulness, what do you think? Like, yes, we're grateful for the podcast, but
For
if this
sure.
is our month of gratefulness, what are some of your thoughts about being grateful?
As in, like things I'm grateful
strategies,
for,
ways to
or
do it,
just
things about like the benefit of being grateful, or
I'm a big
biblical
gratitude
gratefulness.
list person.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I don't know if that comes from, like, my childhood and my mom saying this is what we're grateful for, or my, like, I mean, I feel like it came from, that's what bubbles up. So, yes, we have crap that we don't want to deal with, but I think I'm a big gratitude list person and a gratitude journal person. I almost always start, I'm a journaler, so I almost always start my journal with, this is what I'm grateful for. And it's amazing how you can list, 25 things in no time, right? So things that you don't think about. So I think it's, I'm grateful for butterflies. I'm grateful for butterflies. They might like our tea.
I don't know.
Probably
what
like our chai tea.
They're like, whoa, something's going
Somebody's-
on out
yeah.
here. We want to be part of it.
Exactly.
So,
But yeah, so I think the Bible commands us to be grateful, and I think sometimes that's work. It's more work than others, right?
especially when it's a busy time or a difficult time. Like,
Yeah.
I think you have to be strategic
And-
in placing gratefulness and gratitude in your life in some way.
Right, and making sure it's there. I'm almost better. If something's bad, I always have a tendency to be more grateful than when I'm busy. When I'm busy, it's just, I don't take the time to act like I'm grateful, right? It's just like, I just keep going. But when things are not good, I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm thankful for the opportunity to have a chance to talk to you about this, which, is probably why I have tribulations every once in a while. So
and
he
it's
reminds
a
me.
good habit to get into that
It
when
is.
you're frustrated or irritated or angry or there's a problem or you're complaining,
Yeah.
if you could create a habit of, kind of our 4 to 1. Is it on?
Yes, just checking.
No. Our habit of 4 to 1. Like, could you imagine if we really said, I'm going to speak thankfulness 4 times of things I'm grateful for and thankful for before I complain about what I don't have, or it would
Yes.
be good.
Grateful ties to so many things, right? It ties to the contentment piece of
Right,
it. It
right,
ties
right.
to the joy of it. I mean, you can't have any of those things, I don't think, which, like, the fruit of the Spirit comes and starts with, I think, grateful. You don't get any of the things that the Lord says you will get without starting with a heart of gratitude, I think. Like, you can't be kind if you're not grateful.
Grateful, right.
Right? You can't honor somebody else unless, you understand that the Lord has saved you and honored,
And I think gratefulness is harder in this culture and in this day and age because we see what everybody else has
Yes.
instantly. And
Yeah.
so I feel like we live in a world of, oh, if only I had that. Because
Yeah.
we see it in front of us on
Right.
social media. Oh,
Right.
they got to go on that vacation. Oh, look at their house. Oh, they got a new car. Oh,
I'm
they're
sure
so
that somebody's
pretty.
saying,
they're
like, how did they get
somebody's
to go
watching.
there?
Oh, sure, they get to go here, right?
Yeah.
And so it's in front of you all the time. So
Right.
there's like a culture now of, I wish I had that, instead of a culture of, I'm so thankful for what I have. And that, I think, has become more difficult because we can see the world at our fingertips. Back in the day when you didn't have the internet or you didn't have social media and you didn't have all that,
people
you only
weren't
saw what
taking-
was around you. You saw your neighbors and y'all lived the same, so
Right.
There wasn't that much of a...
Everybody's pictures of Europe and...
Right.
And,
you didn't know that. If
their
somebody
wedding.
went, you didn't know.
Right.
So now that we see it, I'm watching, myself included, you spend 2 seconds on social media and I'm like, I suck. You know, and you instantly go to this, instead of being grateful for what I have, I tend to run to what I don't have because it's in front of me. And that, I got to do a better job.
One of the things I was grateful for this morning, this is so weird, but I thought, how cool is it? Like, if we're not here, and like our great grandkids could listen to this.
Yeah.
To get to know us.
To know us.
Like
it's
just,
a recorded data, yeah.
Like, you know, I would love to have something with my grandparents on it, just to hear them having a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
I thought this morning, I don't know why, I was like, oh, you know, if nothing happens ever with this podcast, it's like we have it somewhere.
It's a saved
cloud
digital recording of us.
You know, which I think is cool, like to be able to hear our voices, right? I mean, and I think that comes from Rodney said, you know, I love listening to the podcast because it's a side of you that I don't really get to talk to that much. And I'm like, well, that's because we don't talk like that. Like, we don't, like, you don't think it's funny that I, you know, do stupid stuff. Like it's just,
or you come home after work and it's just stuff that needs done, and the kids and the, you know, it just becomes the must-have conversation, not the...
Well, and he wouldn't think some of the stuff is funny that you think is funny. You would be like, you laugh and go, oh my gosh, I hate when that happens to me. And he'd be like, that happens to you?
That happens, yeah.
He's like, why do you do that? I don't, like, I came home with the bruises that my sister and my mom thought were funny from lifting stuff, and he's like, you know, you probably could have paid somebody to help you with that. And I'm like,
you missed the point.
But no, this is like a badge of honor, right? So anyway, so I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of that. That's great.
And it's easier for me to be grateful for the littler stuff, but like putting a bigger picture on things like that is taking a step back and saying, wow, like 50 years from now, how cool is it going to be that maybe somebody,
could you imagine if you had your grandmother?
I'd love to hear my great grandmother and, you know, talking about gratitude. Point. So anyway,
there's an amazing book called The Traveler's Gift. I always, you know, there's those few books that just,
you keep doing.
Traveler's Gift. It's one I do often. Like I'll do it maybe every couple of years, just as a reminder. And it's a fictional story about a guy who time travels, and he meets different people throughout history. And from each of the people that he meets in his time travel, he takes back a habit that he learned from them.
Cool.
And so there are these 7 habits that the traveler learns from traveling through history and meeting different people. And habit 4 is, today I choose happiness. And it's such a great habit. And he kind of sums it up at the end of the story. At the end of each habit, he kind of does a 1-page summary of what that habit is. And he summarizes it. And in that habit, today I choose happiness, he has a line that I've memorized. And it says, the seeds of depression cannot take root in the heart of gratefulness. And there's so much wisdom in the fact that you think you can't be sad. You can't be depressed. You can't be envious. You can't be jealous. You can't be unkind.
Right.
Like you said, if you truly had a heart of gratefulness. And so I loved that phrase.
Yeah, that's very good.
The seeds of depression cannot take root in the heart of gratefulness.
And you can't be both, right?
You can't.
You can't look up and praise the Lord for all that you have and being grateful, and at the same time
be like, poor me,
poor
woe
me,
is me,
right? I mean, and if you can't be grateful for something, like you took a breath.
Right. You should be gone, right? As long as you're here, there should be something you can find in gratefulness. And I think there's strategy to what draws you to the attitude of gratefulness. Like, for me, sometimes it's nature, right? Like, I'll walk outside and be like, oh my gosh, God is so good.
The God of the universe created these trees.
That can help me. Other people, it could be poetry, or it could be a painting, or it could be...
It's definitely poetry.
You know, it's the Psalms.
Whatever we talked about the Psalms
for me.
No, we never have to go.
You know, but I mean, for my son, it's different. The gym. Like, he can go into the gym and work out and walk out and be like, man, like...
God is good.
God is so good. Yeah, like, I had the time to go. Like, and I'm walking out of the gym cursing, you know, rah, rah, rah. Yeah. So
and
I do think there is a... Yeah, and the bruises. Rah, rah, rah. So I do think there is a practicality to gratefulness as well, too, to figure out where you need to be and what draws you into a heart of gratefulness.
Right.
Yeah.
It's definitely a habit. I mean, every once in a while we say things like it's a muscle that has to be flexed, and it actually is a muscle that has to be practiced.
Yeah.
You can't, I don't think you can just, oh, I'm going to wake up and be grateful tomorrow. Like you have to have a method of, okay, every morning I'm going to get up and I'm going to, get on my knees and say I'm grateful for one thing. Like even it's the fact that I got up and went on my knees. So I think then that grows into a bigger practice.
A whole attitude and heart of gratefulness.
I heard sometime a long time ago when somebody said busy is being under Satan's yoke, and that stops me in my tracks to be grateful. Right? I'm grateful to be busy. Actually, I love my job. I love to do what I do, but without a grateful stance and a grateful heart, I think it's so much more work. Right? It's a Satan's yoke if you're just busy to be busy, versus with gratefulness, you're like, wow, like I got so much done in the last month. Like I really, ding, 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 checked a lot of things off the list. What an honor to be able to work unto the Lord for all those things and use my gifting.
I get to
right?
do it, right?
And and how cool is it that we get to use our gifting?
Yeah.
So anyway,
there is a journal prompt, and I'm not a great journal. I try, but I don't. It's not my easiest spiritual discipline. I have to work at it.
You're good at fasting, though. I'm not so good at fasting.
We've done that well. I mean, there's a few, but journaling is just tough for me. But I know it's good, and so I try. And there is a prompt. It's ACTS, A-C-T-S, and it's the one I follow. And so A is adoration. So it's kind of adoring the Lord. And a lot of times I'll say the words or write the words of a worship song. That's like, and then C is confession, but T is thanksgiving. And then S is supplication. So kind of when you ask. But I love that process of and I think that's even for me, like you can walk out and I adore God through nature.
Yeah.
And then there's almost a God, you are so good and I am so bad. So there's that confession. And then there is, but thank you.
Right.
And so I think that process of adoration, confession, thanksgiving.
It's a great way to pray.
Way to form a habit of
not
building
asking,
thanksgiving.
Hi, Lord, I need you, and this is the only time I pray is when I need you.
Sean and I were talking about that the other day. I said, why is it we know that, but if my kids come to me and I've not talked to them and the first thing is, hey, Mom, can I have money?
Yeah.
It sends me into a irritation of seriously, you couldn't have just said, hey, Mom, and let it be at that.
You?
Right. Yeah. It's always I need money or I need a whatever. But we do the same thing with the Lord. We'll kneel down and be like, Lord, be with Creed and help Cannon and get the job and get this and it's constantly an ask.
Yeah.
And so I do think it really is a training and a habit we need to create of gratefulness.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
love
so
that.
grateful.
We're grateful.
for everything.
And look, we're sitting on time. I'm even grateful for that ticket we got on the way.
Oh my gosh. We could put that.
I don't know where that's going, but it'll go down in history. Maybe it's the real.
So we're on the way. We're on the way to Braze for this retreat. And we're talking and laughing because we haven't seen each other for a month.
Right.
I mean, we were catching up too. We were really catching up. And all of a sudden you're like, oh no. And I look in the rearview mirror and there's a cop coming up and Kristen is
I don't know even how long he was there.
Flying. And she got a ticket. And then I think what's funny, I have a picture, so maybe we can put it in the comments. But funniest thing was we get the ticket, he gives it to us. He's not overly friendly. We were laughing. We thought maybe it would be funny. He didn't think it was funny. Yeah, he did not think it was funny. And then he gives you the ticket. He goes back in the car and you pull out. And we're like, no, what were we talking about? And I look down and you're flying again and he's behind you. And I'm like, you're going to get pulled over a second time by the same cop. So that was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm so grateful.
Grateful you didn't get pulled over twice.
And I'm grateful because it's going to make me put the cruise control on going home. So we'll be,
that was so funny.
Lessons learned.
So funny.
Good. Anyway, good. All right. Well, so
we're back. That's exciting.
Yep. We come back with our
lesson on gratefulness.
On gratefulness and
will
butterflies.
Not be with the same backdrop, unfortunately.
Or the butterflies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will be back.
Beautiful.
And actually, we'll be back from South Africa.
Oh, I thought that was a surprise.
Oh, never mind. Was it? Did we talk about it being a surprise?
I thought so.
Oh,
maybe it was in my head.
I
talked about it to myself.
I don't think I ever.
We're going to South Africa.
Yeah. I didn't think we were surprising them.
Okay, we're going to South Africa, and we are hopefully going to record with the elephants.
Yeah.
We have an elephant legend.
We have an elephant legend.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a lion.
Yeah. So the next couple, we're taking the Misfits on the road. I mean, this will be.
That's right.
We'll be at Braze, and then we'll be in South Africa,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
so yeah, you won't. We won't.
Is
be
our
back to
lesson session
our lesson session and our legend session is going to be there.
going to be there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So, okay, yeah, so we'll be, it's a work trip.
We'll see you. It is work.
It is a work trip.
It is work, but we're going to make it fun too.
Right.
Work, life work. This is not our work. We do need to specify. We do not get paid to do this.
Can
Can you tell?
Thankfully. Nobody would
Like,
pay
did you
us.
not realize that? I mean, y'all thought we were getting paid for this. That's not happening.
The sponsors
so.
we talk about is a joke.
Yeah, it
right.
is just
So,
us.
Yeah,
Just
so.
us. But so yeah, so we'll come back
Okay.
from South Africa, and then we'll launch into season 2. So we've got it all laid out. So welcome back. And
Yep. And we're happy you're here. Thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers. Oh wait, do we advertise our Misfit cups?
our Misfit mugs now, our new ones
with
too.
the logo only on one side.
Yeah, so I have to
So
now
we have
drink
to-
left-handed.
We all do. We both do.
Oh yeah.
We're both left-handed.
Singing